out of the nightmare abyss of the piney woods of East Texas. The Random Horror Show. The best in commentary and reviews in horror, sci-fi, fantasy, cult classics, and the obscure from film, television shows, and literature. Join our horror hostess, Keisha Lacey, as she is scary, but random, horrific, but funny. Last but not least, she will chill you to the bone.
Welcome back to the Random Horror Show. I am your horror podcast hostess, Keisha Lacey, coming straight out of the Iron Pine Curtain, better known as East Texas. And I have a special review for you ghouls and goblins, horror freaks out there. Now, I've met this individual. We have been talking back and forth sometimes, like on Instagram. And I would like to introduce y'all to Wigwolf. Wigwolf is a very, very nice person. Met him in Houston this past weekend. If you was at the Houston Horror Film Festival and everything, had a really great time. If you was not there, you need to buy your tickets for next year. Met a lot of people there from like Wigwolf, and also Jorge De La Rosa, the writer, director, and actor of Hellvan, and he was also a past Random Horror guest on the show. Also, met a couple of guys, Austin and Gigi of By the Horns TV, straight up out of Louisiana. I'm going to be doing some reviews on their movies and stuff, especially I'm going to call it like Louisiana horror, Louisiana gumbo, comedy horror. But we're going to be talking and reviewing Mr. Wigwolf's The Wizard of Oz. I'm just gonna say it like this. He literally have put the really big spin on the classic tale of The Wizard of Oz into his own interpretation. And trust me on this right here, that film was fucking nuts. It's obscure. It's like out of there. It's not just out of the box. It's just out of this damn universe. I gotta tell you that right there. So, folks, grab your spaghetti dinner and your tang drink, your orange drink, and everything, and follow me down the decrepit, crazy yellow brick road as we going to be talking about Dorothy's nightmarish journey in Wigwolf's The Wizard of Oz. Well, y'all, Dorothy, baby, Lord have mercy, Dorothy, yo. It starts off, you know what I'm saying? Dorothy is just, she don't know what to do. She really don't know what to do. She's going through Oz and she is just all in a panic, man. But why is she in a panic, yo? Why is she in this panic? She's like picking up pieces of Oz, putting it in her shoe. There's a lot of blood. She's walking like she's like, I'm gonna be walking 500 miles, and I got shit stuck in my foot, and way better and way gross than them walking on nails or something like that. But we come to find out of the main plot of this film is that Dorothy has been pretty much set up by her evil and sadistic ex-husband, Toto the Dog. Toto the Dog is really a piece of shit. And he do something to Dorothy to which causes her for everything to like just go out of spiral. She's in a downward spiral in this film. She goes to many other characters like the Good Witch, the Wicked Witch of the West. She also has a sweet tooth. She loves candy, but people make fun of her because she eats a lot of candy. And she did something out of the ordinary of her character, which of course, like in the original Wizard of Oz, she throws something on the Wicked Witch, she's melting. Dorothy does this, but Dorothy is a pariah in Oz. So Dorothy is just trying to like figure out everything of why everything is going so wrong for her, that she is alone. She is just having like this very horrible time in her life while she's in the land of Oz. But meanwhile, her like shitty ass, like fucked up ass, like ex-husband and everything, I have one of those too. He is just nefariously just plotting shit, and I'm just like, yo, that is crazy. But really, what really breaks it down about like a very strong plot and storyline with The Wizard of Oz is that it shows like how dysfunctional and toxic relationships are. You have Toto, which is like he gaslighting the fuck out of her. He's also a narcissistic asshole. This dude is like a piece of shit, and he is a piece of work. While you have Dorothy, she is basically the cool girl. And I was just like, okay, I understand that. I was like, girl, but you know what? When you the cool girl, you are the fool girl, because you didn't even watch Gone Girl. Did you just not like listen to Amy Doon when she was talking about Nick's ass in her cool girl monologue? Because that cool girl monologue lives rent free in my head forever. So it's not good to be the cool girl. Okay, y'all understand that right there. So we see like all these trials and tribulations of like Dorothy all through the story. There's like a many of oddball characters in this film. Some that you would just freaking just like laugh your head off. Now, the color scheme of the film is really vivid. I'm talking about you ate like about 3 shrooms, you done smoked you a good blunt, and you done had like 2 shots of Casamigos and stuff. You ever seen them TikToks when them people like get to drinking on some Casamigos and they get to acting a damn fool? It's like that right there. So it gives you Casamigos, a vibe and everything with some good old shrooms and stuff. So you just like, WTF, what am I watching? What you really watching is something that is very out of the box. And I give it to Wigwolf, to a lot of his creativity, especially of writing and directing The Wizard of Oz in his own interpretation. It gives me a lot of Roger Corman, old, science fiction, some of his horror movies. If y'all are big fans of Roger Corman, he gives me that Roger Corman. Another director at the tip of my tongue, I cannot remember, but he gives me a lot of like those Roger Corman and another director like vibes and stuff. This is like very like unique, especially how his creativity is. And by the way, the whole soundtrack all through this film, it is nothing but a damn bop, y'all. I'm talking about even Toto's little crude ass garage basement lyrics and everything. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, oh Lord Jesus, like that. I was like, my grandma and all them coming out of me, like the old Southern woman. I said, Lord have mercy. But then again, I be singing some bullshit like that too. Like when I'm in my car and something just pop up in my head, like I don't know. I'm trying to think, y'all, okay? Like corn or like peas and greens or something like that. And I just like come up with all kind of different shit. But I'm gonna tell you a bop that I did write back in 2015. It was called Booty, because I admire the male posterior and everything. And I'm gonna sing it a little bit to you. Booty, 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 booty. See that bop right there? I just like, I still remember that bop though. I had like a little a little crusty rusty little rap and everything with it and stuff. But yes, that is my appreciation of just loving and, you know, admiring the male gaze, especially the male behind. But I'm not gonna stick my finger up in your booty hole or nothing like that. You know, that ain't my type of game right there. But the soundtrack, like I said, is really good. Wigwolf actually wrote two of the scores, and then the rest of the scores was by Necropop. And shout out to Necropop. Necropop, you really did the damn thing with this score for this film. And you had me like bopping and like my eyes bucking, and I'm just like, damn, like really gives like a really good flow of like how different, you know, how the sequences, you know, throughout this film. I couldn't even just, I was just like, I was just so enamored, like with a lot of things about the Wizard of Oz, to where I was just, I'm still like shooketh, you know, because the one thing about, you have like your indie filmmakers, creators and writers and things like that, is that you have those that like slap some shit together and don't make sense, and you just like, what the hell I'm watching. It is like very shallow, don't have no substance or whatever. They just like threw the shit together like it's a high school, you know, project or whatever. But this one right here is like, it's like, it's above like college filmmaking, high school, everything else. And I'm just like letting y'all know, because like, I'm not like some bitch about it or whatever and stuff like that, but I'm just telling you that it's just like, I marvel at this person's creativity of putting this film together, and especially when it comes down to something like Wizard of Oz. And if you think about and remember the original Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland and all of the different actors and actresses, do you remember that the witch who, you know, the actress who played the Wicked Witch, she had a really a hard time of removing the green makeup off her body, and it stayed on for a long time. I mean, think about how nightmarish that is for her. There was a lot of things that like happened on the set of Wizard of Oz, but then when you think about the landscape of the Wizard of Oz, I'm talking about the original one, and we look at it as when we were children, like, oh, this is so neat, it's like a fantasy and it's so cool. You know, there was a couple of little scary moments with the flying monkeys and the Wicked Witch and everything, but overall it was actually a fucking horror, nightmarish, you know, story for a young lady that we don't know if she is having delusions of grandeur, or she, you know, she's having a mental breakdown, or she really is, you know, in a very far away land of this fantasy land called Oz. And Oz can be a very scary place, and that's the reason why she had all her friends, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, to like help her conquer her fears. And this one of Wigwolf, this is a one of like showing how Dorothy is letting her fears get into her. And I was just like, damn, that's like super fucking genius right there. And I like how you see a different perspective within this movie, is that it is like all like out of bounds, but you would sit there and laugh, you would enjoy it, you would just crack up. You have some serious moments too, like where you just like, damn, I'm really getting scared, you know, damn, I'm you know, you get very uncomfortable watching this film. And I like the uncomfortableness of this film, because if you get very comfortable with a film that you see like the Wizard of Oz, is that you, it won't put like it won't put like a dent like in your mind. It won't, like, it just doesn't feel like it has substance, but it looks like it doesn't have substance. This movie actually has substance, a lot of substance with it. As like they said, when I met the guys at the convention, they were so very nice and sweet, and I got a picture with them. Bad movies, if you like bad movies. And I'm just like, okay, I like some bad movies, you know what I'm saying, as long as they're entertaining. But this is a one of, like, I wouldn't put it in a category. I did say, like, it's like I'm just using their little shtick of like bad movies and stuff, but really I feel this is like a good bad movie, because I wouldn't say it's bad to like it's terrible. It's bad to the bone. I know, right? Y'all can just like, yeah, yeah, bad to the bone. No, 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 no. I don't know where that came from, but it's just bad to where you just like, man, this shit is bad, because the way how it is just put together, like, you just like, man, that's pretty badass. Like, this is bad to the bone, to where this is not like a big huge production, but you see like a lot of love and patience and like passion, to where you just like, man, this is not really a bad movie per se, but this is badass, of like where this movie is like, it fucking kicks ass. And you see like a lot of the actors and actresses like really just really just blowing a lot of like, just blowing you away of like their performances and stuff. And like, really, these are not like Oscar winning performances, but damn, they really do like give that movie a good fucking feel of like how you would be Dorothy if you could put yourself as in Dorothy's shoes, her bloody ass shoes. You be like, damn, you that's like how I felt as Dorothy, and I was just like, Jesus, I was going a little crazy, myself, just connecting with Dorothy of like all what's going on. And and like I said, the main plot was just like how fucked up some individual can be to somebody that you used to love, and they're sitting there showing who they are. And I feel that Dorothy just didn't take it face value and run to the fucking hills back to Kansas and everything. And she did not even watch Gone Girl, because that would have saved the ass from her ex husband. But I'm just letting you know, it's real fucked up. It's real fucked up how he is. But you will actually see how like two people are at fault. How she is an enabler of her ex husband Toto, and that you see this situation always play out. If it's like in your relationship, I'm just gonna tell you, if that shit's playing out like that, you need to take your ass on and go somewhere and everything, block, delete, get a restraining order or something, and get some therapy. Or if you're the one and everything, I suggest you to go get get therapy yourself. You need to get the hell away from each other and stuff. Just saying, you know what I'm saying? But this is like actually showing like how a unhealthy, dysfunctional toxic relationship can go really sideways. And that is what the Wizard of Oz is. And like, boy howdy, it is a very good film. I give it like pretty much, like, this is like on a smaller scale, 3.9 out of 5. And it was like, it really impressed the shit out of me. The score, the writing, the directing, the hijinks, everything about it, it was like really good. And if you want to go ahead and purchase your physical copy of Wigwolf's The Wizard of Oz, you can check Wigwolf out on Instagram. They should have a link so you can pre-order. I know it's coming out in September, but I was blessed and graced by Wigwolf himself to do a screening of this movie, and I'm thankful that he like trusted me to like watch this film, because it is one of those films that will grab you, just jerk on you, just get your ass over here. It was like that. And I was like, whoa, what are you doing to me, the Wizard of Oz? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, I'm like, don't push on me. Shit, get away. I'm coming in. That's like how I was like with this film. And I'm deeply impressed by it. And you know what? Y'all go and support your indie filmmakers, indie authors, anybody that's in the horror community that is giving life, that is doing their own things, that are setting themselves apart from the cookie cutter shit. Because these people do deserve our support and love and everything else, because without us as the fans, if you are a beginning fan, if you are unknown to Wigwolf and like his movies, especially the wet ones, there's Fish Piss, or remember Fish Titties, Fish Titties, Fish Titties. That's a running joke. Fish Titties, Fish Titties. um Give him some love. He's on Instagram. He's also on YouTube. Go look him up and everything. Very nice guy. He very, very nice guy and everything. You know, he's real cool. Him and his little buddies, they're cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? I like some cool ass people though. I really do. But thank you a lot, Wigwolf, for letting me preview The Wizard of Oz and my copy of The Wet Ones. I do appreciate your work, and your creativity, your style. And you know what? Keep making those films out there, man. Like, you got you a fan right here, sir. You got a fan right here. And that is it of my review of Wigworms. Did I say wigworm? I meant to say wigwolf. Man, I'm thinking about something else. Wigwolf's The Wizard of Oz. I ain't editing that, but Wigwolf. That is an interesting name though. Wigwolf. That's like pretty cool name. Because when I seen it and I started following him, I was like, man, that's a cool ass name. Wigwolf. Like what? Oh, me. You could also check me out. You can check me out, or you can check me out on Instagram at The Random Horror Show, Facebook. And if you want to drop me a line or anything, if you are a content creator, filmmaker, whatever like that, if you want me to look at your stuff and look at your shit, read your shit and everything else, and see what I think about it and everything else, you can hit me up on the random horror show at gmail.com. Also, Threads. If you're not on Threads, I'm on Threads. You can have full length fucking conversations with me and everything. Not that willy-nilly 1-2 punk ass lines that I be doing on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You can hit me up on Threads. And no further ado, that is enough of my time. So make sure that you get your ramen noodles, your spaghetti, and don't be having spaghetti babies and everything with them little burnt ass, cheap ass Earl Campbell sausages and everything else. Make sure that your tang is sweet. As we have got done reviewing Wigwolf's Wizard of Oz, I am Keisha Lacey, and this is the Random Horror Show.